So we're still celibate.
Okay.
We're still
You sure you
celibate.
still celibate?
Yeah,
You haven't had sex, but have you tried?
we have tried.
Okay.
We've tried to.
Hey guys, welcome to Little Black Book 91. We're talking to you guys, well, about Married at First Sight. Alexis comes out on, I guess, the after show, after party show, and says basically that her and old boy Justin, they ain't been having sex, okay? And basically, she's really kind of alluding to the fact that there is some erectile dysfunction. Let's keep it a buck, right? Because to say we have tried, okay, and she doesn't put any fault on herself means there's probably fault on his side. That's what she's trying to imply. Okay, all right. So we'll discuss this because obviously was always confused about this whole celibacy issue, the truth about the celibacy issue, and maybe we can discuss that on another video. But it kept on coming up. Oh, we're celibate, we're celibate, we're celibate, and I was like, it don't make sense. You are married now. Why are you still celibate? Why are you still celibate? And now the truth has come out. Listen, they've probably tried, and yeah, listen, ED is a real thing. I told you guys last time, I've suffered with ED, low libido, and it was a moment of time, and I felt like I was going crazy, blood. You know what I'm saying? I just had to wait it out, and it healed itself. But I ain't gonna lie to you, brother, that was the worst 2 weeks of my entire life, okay? All right, but I'm just gonna put it out there. But if you're new to the channel, do me a massive favor, like it, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of the uploads. And for those of you who are returnees, you already know what it is. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Stay hydrated because the streets out there, they're hot. Let's get back into the video. Let's play.
No success, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yes.
So
I was not expecting that. Wow.
She said blatantly right there. Listen, we've been trying, but with no success. Basically, we done tried, but with no success. You know, listen. I did say this, you know, that whole every woman wants. Remember, I told you guys when people start talking big about everybody wanted, all that everybody cared about was my penis. Everybody cared about was my, you know, how long is my peen? And I was like, I bet they're not really feeling like that way. You know what I mean? It felt like gas. It felt like cap. It felt like he was doing too much. And now we find out that, you know, pretty much there's no delivery. Yeah, I'm not even trying to bust, man. I'm not even trying to even embarrass him. No, not at all. I mean, Alexis releasing this information is typical Alexis fashion. Did she need to release this? No. Did we need to know this? No. Do we want to know this? Yes. But we didn't need to know this. And that's typical Alexis fashion, releasing information that doesn't necessarily need to be released to the public. We don't need to know this stuff. But she has a diarrhea problem. Whenever she feels like saying something, she just says it. And a lot of times what she doesn't realize is it's actually disrespectful to your partner to be in a space where you consistently release information that you don't need to release. And she does it time and time again. And her friends warned her about her behavior in terms of her talking and saying things just out of, you know, just because she feels like it. You can't do that in a relationship. It won't last long. But the thing is, I think a lot of us feel this particular way. Alexis just doesn't care for Justin that much, and now there's no sex involved as well, so there is no even false avenue to even cover the cracks with. It's tough out here. That's what I can say. It's tough out here. Let's just one more time.
Okay.
we tried. Let's say it that way.
So
We tried.
you tried.
We've tried.
But it didn't
Manifest itself. Yes.
itself.
Yes.
Okay.
Is he still celibate?
It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good, bruv. I'll be honest with you, it's not looking good. And just looking at it, and I'm like, So they've even tried to manifest that it wouldn't work. There's something not quite right. And like I said, I've always said this about, and maybe this is more psychological for Justin as well. He may want to go look into this, maybe get some therapy and look into what the mind and the mind and this connection might be happening, because he might be under undue stress. It might be the fact that, you know, he feels pressure. He might feel so negative. He might feel so nervous and anxious that, you know, he's unable to perform. Has this been going on for a little while? Is this information that's not been going on? Maybe that's why he told her from early that he was celibate for this particular reason. Maybe this is why he needs to feel a connection, because he needs to feel like there's a covering first. You know, I told you this before. In the past, the reason why I didn't really want to have sex with women is not because I didn't want to have sex with women. It's because I was scared that I would flop. That's a realist thing. Not because of Jesus, but because I was scared I would flop. Okay? At those times when I was a religious Christian, I was scared I would flop. That's so, we know that obviously fear can, cover up a lot of things. Fear can make you feel some type of way. Fear can make you come up with different excuses and different reasons as to why you're not doing something. And the reality is, when we get down to the crux of it, it's just, there's a simple reason for why you're not doing what you're doing. And like I said, with sex, it's a big thing because, especially as a man, your manhood and your pride and, the pride of being a man can be influenced simply because of the fact that you can't perform in the bedroom. I wonder how this psychologically affects him. You know what I mean? Like, that must be a big, big thing. Maybe Alexis doesn't even mind because, far as he's concerned, it means that she doesn't have to commit. But it does mean that when you don't have sex, and they've tried, that's going to do a lot of harm psychologically to an individual. And that's both sets of parties, because the woman can also feel like, you know what, I know it's not me, but I feel like it's me. I feel like it's me that's caused you not to be in a space where you can't actually get it up. And again, I'm even speculating because it might not be the fact that to get up, but I'm thinking to myself, what else could it be? If you've tried to make it happen, it doesn't happen. What else could it be? It's either erectile dysfunction, or you've got you got what do you call it? Something ejaculation, where you ejaculate quickly. I can't remember what it's called, right? So everyone, but then it wouldn't have been we tried. It would have been we did do it. We have broken celibacy, and maybe it was short lived. But instead, we said we've tried and didn't work. Try means you try to get there, and the thing wouldn't stand strong. These situations between healthy couples is painful enough, and it requires a discussion about a plan of action in terms of how to do it. When you're not in a space where the partner doesn't even consider you to be as masculine as you need to be, and feels like they're self-regulating for you as well, and you cry a lot. Ooh, and then you add this as well, so you cry a lot, you don't communicate as effective as you need to be, and then now the thing is not popping. It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good, bruv. That's what I'm gonna say. It's not looking good. So, to be honest, I feel for these two. Let me just watch just the last little bit. It's not easy.
So we're still celibate.
Okay.
You
still celibate?
Yeah.
You haven't had sex.
No, her face was too straight to tell me that she's lying. She was like, yeah. Like, and to be fair, I know Alexis was quite straightforward. She wasn't actually bantering him. She wasn't like trying to be rude about it. I think she just has a diarrhea problem. She just says what comes off her mind, and it goes into the atmosphere. So she wasn't like physically disrespectful to him. That's what I would say in terms of like mocking him or whatever. She just said, we tried to manifest it. It's not worked. And listen, these situations, someone might say it should never be spoken out in public, and you're probably right, because it's embarrassing. It's hella embarrassing. Imagine you said to on air, my girl's punani stinks. Like you're breaking that person. Certain things like this don't need to be said. I mean, I'm glad that we know, but like we didn't need to know. Do you know what I'm saying? It wasn't a need for us to know. I like the fact that we know, because now we've got some more information in terms of why the relationship is the way it is, but we didn't need to know. You know what I mean? But let me know your thoughts down below. Do you guys agree? Do you think it's erectile dysfunction? Do you think it's someone else? Let me know down below in the description box. We would love to talk and hear your thoughts as well. Because baby girl, I got the feeling.